What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Pineda Show, where we talk all things money, real estate, and entrepreneurship. And in today's episode, I want to show you the behind the scenes of what happened when our whole office tried to buy PS5s. So if you guys aren't aware, the PS5 recently came out and it is creating a frenzy across the internet. Like many new products when they're released in limited supply, people are doing whatever they can to get their hands on them. They're waiting out in lines, they're on the internet knowing what time they're gonna drop on websites, and they're just getting ready to click on them. And it's actually really funny to watch. So the first thing I wanna show you is the behind the scenes of what happened when we tried to all buy them in the office at the same time. Second thing I wanna show you is all the different times I've actually flipped items like this that were in limited supply and just released. Maybe you guys can start doing it as a little side hustle. And the third thing I want to talk about is what I think about video games in general. Are they good, bad? Are they an okay hobby? Are they an addiction? We're gonna get into that. So the first thing is, let's check out this video. I just luckily caught it on TikTok.
Go check it out. We got it. Okay.
Are you guys even working? What are we doing here?
Yeah, we're buying
PlayStation 5.
We're flipping.
No, you didn't.
Sorry.
Come on. I got that. Let's go. Go to the car. Why?
So obviously they didn't end up getting any, but the sad thing is they weren't even doing it to try and flip them and make a profit. No, they were trying to do it and get it for themselves. They're all a bunch of gamers on that sales floor. The definition of taking company hours right there. But anyways, in all seriousness, it was really funny to watch. It was hilarious just seeing them get so riled up, and then they tried a couple of hours later when they had like the next phase of the launch. They didn't succeed. At this time of filming, no one has a PS5 in our office yet. And trust me, there have been many attempts to get them. I've seen a lot of people comment on my TikTok that the bots are eating them up online. And that makes sense. Anything with a profit margin, people are gonna find a way to cheat the system. That's just kind of how life goes. But I do wanna hear, if you ended up getting a PS5, comment below and tell me, how did you get one? Did you wait in line? Did you get it online? Like, what'd you do? Because I just had 10 people trying really hard to get one and we still haven't got it. But anyways, let's go to the next phase of this. Can you make a side hustle on getting limited release products like this? And the answer is absolutely yes. People are reselling these PS5s for a profit right now. I'm gonna go to Craigslist real quick and take a look at what they're selling for. You've got someone here trying to sell one for 1,100 bucks. Oh, this guy's got a good deal compared to that. He's trying to sell it for 700 bucks. You've got another person who wants one for 600 bucks. That's what they're willing to pay. You've got another guy here for 1,000 bucks. You've got this guy right here, which is saying 500 bucks. I will ship only, no email, only text. Obviously, this is a scam, if you guys couldn't figure it out. If it seems too good to be true, it is, especially on Craigslist. But I'm just seeing a ton of these are going for about 1,000 bucks on Craigslist. Now, are they getting that? Who knows, but there's definitely profit to be made relisting the PS5s. You see that this is huge in the sneaker community. I'm actually not a big sneakerhead, but I know that they do some type of lottery system where you gotta wait just to get a ticket, and if you win the lottery, then you can get the shoe. And they release these shoes in such limited amounts that they can sell them for tons of money above what they bought it for. Like for $1,000 plus profits. So I actually used to do this with iPhones. Back in the days of the iPhone 5, iPhone 6, I'd go to AT&T, I'd go to Verizon, I'd go to Sprint, go get 5 new lines and get 5 new iPhones. And back then they would make you sign a 2-year contract with it, but you could do an early termination and cancel it out. So I would just pay the early termination fee and I'd have all of these unlocked iPhones. And back then when iPhones were really scarce and it took months before they came back in stock, I could sell them for double versus what I was actually into them for. So I made pretty good money doing the iPhone game. The only problem with that, and even like the PS5, is that only happens once a year for the iPhones. For the PS5, it's really happening once every 7 years. You know, the PS4 came out a long time ago. So to do it for the PS5 is cool for now, but it's not a sustainable business. iPhone's not a really sustainable business either. The reason the sneakerheads love it is because it is sustainable. There's constantly new sneakers coming out all the time. The moral of the story is anything that has a very limited release but a lot of demand, you can definitely have a side hustle in flipping those right after you buy them. People are willing to pay way more than retail to get them. For all you guys who are hustlers, I want to hear in the comments below, what are some items that you guys would do? We're talking mainly about electronics, we're talking about shoes, but I'm sure there are a ton of other industries where this applies. So definitely let me know in the comments. You know, flipping new things is great, but I've realized that flipping old things is much easier. For instance, when you look at my couch flipping videos and you think about that part of my life, the reason couch flipping was so great is because there's couches all the time. I'm not waiting for the new couch to come out. Like, people are always buying and selling couches. Same thing with other furniture. People do it with cars. And essentially all I did now was graduate into houses. I'm just flipping houses. I'm buying old houses because there is a supply of them, fixing them up, selling them for a profit. I've been in the game of flipping things for the last 10 years. Pokemon is another one that is getting popular. People are now buying these old Pokemon cards, flipping them for a profit. So you can for sure have a great side hustle and a great income just flipping things, as long as you understand the market for it and you understand how to go get those deals. If you gotta go wait in line for a new release, at least you know. If you're looking for old items like Pokemon cards, couches, houses, as long as you know how to find those items discounted, you can go make a profit. And then it just becomes numbers at that point. I realized that as I was flipping couches, I was like, well, I make 200 bucks a couch, but if I do a house, I can make 20,000 on a house. That's 100 times more profitable. Why not just try and figure out how do I get the houses instead? It's the same concept of buying undervalued and selling at top dollar. So I'm a big fan of flipping anything, really. I would encourage you to start with something you know and then figure out how can I do bigger dollar flips. Maybe it starts as flipping a trading card for 20 bucks, then a piece of furniture for 100 bucks, a couch for 200, a car for 2,000. Eventually you flip a house for 20,000. Even me at this point, I'm thinking about what is the next level of flip? Is it a commercial property? Can I go flip a piece of commercial property and make $2 million? Absolutely, I know people who've done it. I just need to figure out how do I go get the discounted commercial properties, how do I raise the money and handle it. So you can definitely get a flipping side hustle, you just gotta figure out how to do it. Lastly, I've never really talked about this, but I'll give my final thoughts on video games. Growing up as a kid, I would always play video games. I loved playing Pokemon, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, all the sports games. And then as I got older, I would occasionally play Call of Duty. But by then, I didn't really like video games too much, and to this point, I don't play them at all. And what I mean by that is, if I want to have a hobby, which video games is for a lot of people, I want it to be a hobby where it also gives value. It's not just purely entertainment like video games or Netflix. So a good hobby for me that I love is reading. I love to read books. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that my goal is to read one book every week. And currently I'm on pace to read 52 books this year in 2020. And that's a huge goal, and it's because I actually enjoy reading. And I enjoy learning new things because it adds value to my life and those around me. Another hobby of mine is playing sports. I love to play basketball. And the byproduct of playing basketball is I get in better shape. And all I'm saying is that's me personally. That's just kind of where my mindset is at this point. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with playing video games. If that is your hobby and that's how you wind down, cool, do it. But just like anything, don't abuse it. Don't become addicted to it. Don't be gaming for 5-6 hours a day and then complaining about where your life is at. I can tell you where your life's at. It's in the video game that means nothing. I want to work towards things that improve my real life. That's essentially where I'm at. You know, as far as kids go, I think video games actually aren't that bad. I think they teach problem solving. I think if you're playing a team game, they can teach communication. So there are benefits to it. I just don't see a lot of them as an adult at this point. I know we talked about a bunch of random things as far as the PS5 launch, as far as, you know, side hustles, as far as actual video games themselves. But I enjoy doing videos like this and kind of talking about these topics. If you did like this video, definitely let me know in the comments. And as always, make sure you go hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the little bell notification. Go follow me on all the socials. Till next time, take care.